Hey y'all, can y'all hear me? Hey yo yo, hey sis, hey grandma Gigi, hey Michelle. Partly you starting? Are you starting on a Sunday? Hey princess, hey. Hey y'all, hey. Happy Sunday. I hope y'all all, hey Leslie Cole, hey my baby. I hope everybody had a good day. This damn snow is in the goddamn way. Bars, bars. Yep. So yeah, it's snowing here again today. Yesterday, today, I think another day this week is supposed to snow. So I'm over it. But I hope you guys had a very happy Sunday and a great weekend. I got to go to work tomorrow. Cause my job don't care who had a dream. Cause I gotta go to work tomorrow. They don't give a goddamn who had a goddamn dream. Cause I gotta go to work. But anywho, I just came out here to say hey and see what y'all was up to. So let me come out here and talk to my people. Let me come talk to my people. Who else is in here? Say hi to Leslie. So what y'all been up to? You gotta work tomorrow too, see? So many people are off, but it's a few of us that have to work tomorrow. Some a little bit. I don't know how I feel about this, but I guess I'll go because I'll be working from home tomorrow. So it's not too bad when I don't gotta go out there. On the days I don't have to go down out there, it's not too bad. But anywho, I came to talk to you guys and see what you guys were up to. I've been trying to catch up on some of the lives on here, child. It really ain't really been nothing going on anyway. Not really nothing going on too tough out here. But like some of these people, I just can't watch them. Like that one with the crooked nose. What's that guy, Nardo? Whatever. One side of his nose is regular, and then the other side, I don't know. Shit, he got something going on with his fucking nose. I can't take him serious, and the way he talk and all that bull he be going, I can't mess with him like that. Hey, royalty queen, you said it's nine degrees there. Oh yeah, it's cold here too, but it's not that cold. But this week we're supposed to get like an Arctic blast. I think one day it's supposed to be minus something. Child, I don't know. I'm off putting my feet up in this bad weather, 32 and snow. Yeah, girl. Yeah, girl. This snow is in the fucking way. So I like the fall in the snow. I'm clumsy, so I can't be messing with this snow. It is dangerous for me. It is definitely dangerous for me. But I'm like, let me come out here because I didn't see anybody else live. Yo, what? It's 9 o'clock. No, I think she was saying it's 9 degrees. I don't think she was saying it's 9 o'clock. I think she was saying it's 9 degrees. Man, that's crazy. Cool as hell. It's about shit. It's about 20 something here. Probably like 25, 28, something like that. Where's the Queen? So it snowed and off for a couple of days here. I know that's right. Shit, I wish I was off for a couple of days. The weekend is all I get because I definitely gotta log in at 9 tomorrow. But like I said, it's not too bad. When you work from home, it's not too bad. But anyway, what is up? What is up? What is up? What is up? What is up, y'all? I know I was supposed to been come live. Child, by the time I get through with these kids and doing everything I gotta do, I'll be so tired. So tired. So tired. And I'll be out for the count. Like, I'm surprised I'm still up now because normally at this time I'll be asleep. I normally be asleep at this time. But I'm like, let me come out here and say what's up to my peoples and see what's going on with them. What y'all cook today? What did you guys cook today? Because it was a lazy Sunday for me. Very lazy. Lazy, lazy Sunday for me. Lazy Sunday. Bama, what you cooked? What anybody cook? I'm so mad I gotta work tomorrow. I'm so mad I have to work tomorrow. But anyhow, that's how it goes. Yo-Yo said I work from home, thank God. Yeah, that's we're hybrid. Some days in the office, some days at home. But we're about to be permanently home. So that's gonna work out for me in the long run. Rosy cream, honey glaze, oh salmon, asparagus, and potatoes. Oh my goodness. Asparagus, I love I could sit there and eat asparagus all day. Just asparagus. I could eat it all day. She said, baked pork chops, fried spinach, mac and cheese. That sounds so good. Watching the game, I'm mad the Bears are losing. Oh no, yeah. I'm not a football person, but y'all the one that got that young, cute black quarterback. But why he got his fingernails polished? Yeah, that throws me off. The fingernails polished, but he's cute. I think y'all team is the one that got that young guy. But yeah, he's cute. But anywho, I hope your team pulls it out. But ain't nothing else really much going on. I'm like, let me come up here and see what you guys were doing real quick. Yo, you had a very good live. Your live was everything, girl. Everything. Ribs, macaroni and cheese, greens, and cornbread. Oh my god. Oh my god. I had lima beans, smoked turkey tails, white rice, and cornbread. That's it. That's all. Something real quick. I feel like doing all of that goddamn cooking. So y'all showed up in the kitchen. What you cook, partner? What the hell you cook? What you did in there? What you cook? Some grits? The hell you was cooking? But anyway, I wanted to talk about me and my friend were talking. Now, I haven't heard from her. What's this month? It's January. I probably haven't spoken to her since. Ooh, I'm not even gonna front. Probably like the summer. I'm gonna say maybe August, July, something like that. But the thing is, when we're adults, we have a lot of stuff going on. Some of us are parents, some people are even grandparents. People have relationships, some people are married, working, doing all the things, right? Doing all of the things. And it's like, some people, I don't know what they be wanting. I don't know what the hell they be wanting from you. It's like when we're adults, sometimes you don't have all that extra time to do all that stuff, right? I just feel like when it's a genuine friendship, when it's a real friendship, you can just pick up where you left off and it's all good. I don't have to speak to someone every day. just to prove I'm a friend. That's me personally. I don't feel like I have to speak to someone every day to prove a friendship, especially if we've been friends for so long. If it's been like a forever thing, I don't feel like I have to speak to you every day just to prove a friendship. But some people out here, it's like, I don't know what the fuck they be expecting. I really don't. Because my thing is this, between my kids, between my mom, I got a lot of stuff going on. And sometimes I can't speak to somebody every day. And it's like, I don't know what people be really expecting. Once you get to a certain age, all that talking on the phone every day, all day, to me, when you got responsibilities, it's just, it can't happen for me. Because I got too much going on to sit on the phone all day and talk. But people really take offense to that when you don't call them like that. But my thing is, the phone works both ways. So just like I can call, they can call. It's like the phone works both ways. But I don't know what be wrong with people now. It's just everybody cop an attitude. Everybody wanna feel some type of way about situations, not realizing that everybody got stuff going on. Life is just happening for everybody. And I really don't understand why people get all in their feelings about little petty shit. Because the only thing that do is turn me off, and then I won't speak to you again. That's the only thing that happens with me. You turn me off to a certain point, and I'm not gonna ever speak to you again. And that's just how it works. Because I got too much real stuff going on to be worrying about somebody in their feelings about not speaking to them every day. Because if we're friends, if we have a real genuine friendship, my friendship is not based upon me speaking to you every day. I just don't feel like I have to speak to a friend every day just to prove a friendship. But anyway, I don't know, guys. I really didn't have much to talk about. I just wanted to say hey, um, express some love, see how you guys were doing. Hope you guys had a great weekend. Yep, and I'm like I said, I'm surprised I'm still up, but my kids are off tomorrow, so that's one thing. I don't have to get up super early and get nobody ready for school. So that's a plus. Because I get up, other than that, I get up at 5:30. I start my day off at 5:30. So I could sleep in a little bit tomorrow, being as though the kids got off tomorrow. I could sleep in a little bit. Then can you put Yo-Yo link on your community wall so that I can subscribe. So yes, ma'am, I'm going through that as well with my sister-in-law. It is what it is. Yes, it's crazy. I don't understand why people think that you can just talk to them all day, like sit on the phone and talk like we were in high school. Like everybody got things to do. I mean, I can't speak for everybody. Shit, I know I got a lot of shit going on, and I got things to do. Hey Keisha, hey Boo. So yeah, I know I got a lot of things going on, so I can't speak for everybody else. But it's like I don't know what these people be wanting. Hey Mossy, hey Twin. I don't know what they be wanting. But anyway, y'all, I met this young boy. He, I don't know. Young boys always get me in trouble. It's always the young ones that always get me in trouble. So I think that I'm going to go for somebody grandfather next. I think I need somebody in their 50s or 60s because these young boys, they always get me in trouble. They get so possessive quickly. Like they act like they're so tough and all of this, but nah, they be the ones busting out windows because I had one busting the windows. They be the ones really taking you through that. And I can't go through one of these little young boys again. But he was cute. But I don't think I can do it because I don't have time for it. Following restraining orders, police reports. Nobody got time for that shit. Who was that? I thought I saw somebody backstage. Let me see. I don't think so. But what do you guys feel about dating younger? Dating somebody younger than you? I know a lot of you guys are probably like in 40s. around the 40s age. What do you feel about dating somebody that's like 30, like maybe 31, 32? Dating younger is like, I bust your windows. Like, yeah, yeah, yeah. I had one. I had to put a restraining order because it's the Newark Knicks. It's the Newark Knicks. For real. Newark, New Jersey is the Newark bred people. Like, it's for real. They wanna kill you. They unalive you. They really be wanting to do harm, to bodily harm, because and they're the same ones that always say, "Oh, I don't care about no bitch, I don't care about." But they be the ones cooking for cocoa puffs. I'm telling you, it be the young ones that be acting crazy at the end of the day, and I can't do it. I can't do it. I can't. You can't WWE me. You can't do all that fighting and tussling and all that stuff. If it ain't the young ones, it's the bulldog. I don't know what to do. I don't know what to do. I think I'm just gonna get me an old ass man. Like somebody grandfather. Like 60, 70. I need me an old man. I need me a sugar daddy that don't want the sugar. Just giving up the money. Don't want to have nothing. They just want to give up the money. That's money. That's what the hell I'm looking for. Hey Trina, hey. Cause the young ones, I'm telling you, they be crazy. Busting windows, pulling out the boom booms. I can't deal with it. I'm too old for that. I'm getting too old for that. So I'm like, uh. Sugar daddy without the sugar. Yes. I need a sugar daddy that don't want the sugar. I could just pat his leg, pat him on the head a couple of times, and be on my way with the money. Because I can't give up the biscuit cat to the old man. Like I cannot give up the biscuit cat to somebody grandfather. That's like I can't do an old man sexually, and I can't do a fat boy. There's just certain things I cannot do. And I can't do the 70-year-old man in the bed, but I need one that don't want nothing from me but conversation. That's it, all conversation. Leslie said, when I was in my early 20s, I was in a relationship with a younger dude for 8 years. I was 7 years older than him. I wouldn't deal with no more young ones now. Yes, they're crazy. I'm telling you, I had one last year. Last year. Yo, I'm telling you, bust the windows out the car. He was crazy. Cuckoo for every fucking Cocoa Puff in America. And the funny part is that he didn't even look crazy. He was sneak crazy. He was one of the ones that's sneaky with it. Some people just look crazy. You got some people walking around here and you can immediately tell that they're not working with a full tank. But he didn't look like that. He was a sneaky crazy motherfucker. He sneak crazy. Like when I wanted to break things off, then he started acting crazy. That's when he started acting crazy. The whole time he was fine until I'm like, oh, I don't think this gonna work out. Bitch, what? Here you go. Hammer to the fucking windows. Crazy. Crazy. A sandwich short of a fucking picnic. I mean, he was crazy. But again, he was sneaky crazy. I'm like, I can't deal with it. I cannot. But they be looking so good. That's the thing. Oh my God. That's what gets me. It's the look of them. That gets me. The whole swag is what gets me. He was mature for his age. I was 31 and he was 23. Well, this one right here, baby, he was 28 and I'm more about 42, and he was 28. And baby, Stalk City, Stalk fucking City afterwards. It's crazy. So I don't think I could go through that again. Look at the Leslie being a cougar. Yeah, look, child. Because they got a lot of stamina. That's the thing, too. They don't get tired. They can go on and on and on and on. They got stamina. For real. But I don't think I can do it. not gonna be able to do it again because I can't go through the restraining orders again. I can't. I cannot. So I'm thinking about either getting me an old man that's like 70 or one. Well, y'all know how I feel about the bulldaggers. I get scared of them because they get too aggressive. Because I'm an aggressive person. We both can be acting like we both can be aggressive. So the bulldaggers, they be a little bit scary. So I don't know if I could do one of them again because they be a little too much. Remember I told y'all about that one that had that thing in that trunk. Baby. She was she was all boy. Like she was a girl, but she was all boy. And she scared me, honey. I had to threaten her with my cousin. And he a boy. I'm like, I'm gonna get my cousin to beat you up. For real. If you don't leave me alone, he gonna beat you up. Like, this is crazy, girl. Lady, ma'am, shim, whatever. Cause she was acting crazy. She was more aggressive than a male. Like I never met a male as aggressive as she was. And she was a stone cold. She was a woman, but she was a bulldog. When I said she was a bulldog, yo, she was a butch. I'm like, oh, I can't do this. I can't do this. I cannot do this. But she was pretty. She was real pretty. But she was boyish acting, like too boyish acting. She really thought that plastic thing was real. She thought that thing that I detached was real. She thought that was a real Peter Weaver. And that's where the problem lied because she thought that thing was real down there. And she was just too hard for me. She was too manly, too aggressive, she was too much for me, honey. She scared the shit out of me. So he brought the freak out of me that I didn't know I had me crawling backwards up the headboard. Wait a minute, wait a minute. Leslie, what? He brought the freak out of me that I didn't know I had in my head, had me crawling backwards up the headboard. Leslie, for real though, it be the young. I'm telling you, they be working with a monster down there. It be like a third and fourth leg, like for real. They really be working with the monster. Child, I know how you feel. I know how you feel. I was almost whipped for real. I almost, but I had to catch myself because baby. Mm-mm. We both can't go to jail. We both can't be out here acting crazy. Cause I can get crazy too. But I can't do it. Leslie said crawling backwards. That's some shit I used to do back in the day. But I used to go to your house and look for you. Bing, bing, bing. Knocking on the door, ringing the bells. I catch you coming out that house slipping. But I grew up. I don't do that type of shit no more. Cause I can't go to jail. That's my thing. I cannot go to jail with Brownie and them because I am scared of Brownie. I cannot fuck with Brownie. Babes. I can't go to jail. Mm. I cannot have Big Brownie on my back and all her little minions. I cannot have them asking could they braid my hair, all that stuff. I can't do Brownie, so that's why I can't go to jail because they got too many big bitches in there that act like dudes. They got too many lady boys in there, and I can't do the lady boys that be in jail. I can't do the lady boys. So that's why I can't, cause we'll be in there tussling, rustling, fussing every night, every night. Yeah, Brownie. I don't fucks with Brownie. I can't. Brownie is in there. There's a Brownie in every fucking jail, and I can't do Brownie. I'm scared of her. He moved in with me. In-house ding ding. Oh my god. He didn't tell them. Yo, I had a young boy one time. Yeah, I thought he broke it. I thought he broke my thing. I had to go to the doctor because my gynecologist, he been my gynecologist for over 20 years. And I'm like, look, Get down there and see if something knocked out. See if he knocked the bottom out of something. Cause something feel lopsided. And he just be looking at me like, girl, if you don't shut the hell up, get down there and see if everything in its place where it's supposed to be. Because I feel like something got knocked out last night. And he hollered, he hollered. He thought, you're laughing, but I'm serious. Something feel broke down here. So Leslie, yeah, I know. Because I can't do it. I can't do it. They try to take it through the mattress, honey. I need whatever I got down here, honey, because I can't. You can't break it. Can't break it, baby. He moved in. Moving in. I don't know about moving in. I like my own space. That's my thing. Cause when I don't want you around, you gotta go home to your own space. I don't really do the moving type of thing. Like you can come over and all that, but the moving in, cause I like my own space. I like to say get the fuck out, and when I say get out, you gotta leave. So it's best you got your own place. I got my own spot, and we just meet in the middle. Cause when I want to say get out, it's getting out time. It is getting out time, baby. See, sent me to the hospital. Also, yeah, I told you I ain't going to the hospital, but I damn sure went to the doctor. Like, can you get down there and with a flashlight and see if something is knocked out? Cause I felt like he did not knock the walls out. So yeah, I definitely know about them young boys. Lord, my messy, blessed. Yeah, yeah, they'll send you to the hospital. They'll send you to fucking glory too. Sometimes too. I ain't trying to go to the upper room. That's why I said some of them they be trying to take you to the upper room. Crazy. Especially these young boys from North End. Child, I ain't got time for it. I really don't got time for it. So again, I was thinking about getting me like a pastor in the church or something. I don't know, but then they got wives and stuff. I can't be messing with the first lady, husband, and all that. I just need somebody with a bankroll that if he an old man, he just can't want no biscuit cat because I can't do it with the old man. Because they always used to say, oh, if you do it with an old man, you will get worms and all. I don't know if that's true, but I can't picture myself hooded up with no old man. So he just gotta want to give up the money, but don't want no tissy cat because I can't do it. I might throw up. I can't do it. But the young boys, yeah, the young boys be young and yeah, they be young. I don't know, girl. I might just stay to myself for a little bit while longer because, like I said, I don't have time to be ending up in nobody's jail system. Cause it's like, this was in my 30s. I'll be 59 this year. No more living with me. Got to have your own. Yes. Yo, I'm serious. I want somebody's grandfather. Somebody's grandfather with the overalls and the lumberjack shirt with the little Bill Clinton 10s, the New Balances that all the old men wear, the Bill Clintons. And that's it. I want the ones that always look like they chewing, but they not. Like they chewing, but not, and they ain't really eating nothing because there's something wrong going on with their gums or something. I need that kind of old man because I know that he don't want nothing but company. Not the fresh ones, not the fresh ones. I want the ones that just want company. They don't want no biscuit cat because I can't give it up. When you that old, I can't. I can't do the old ones and the fat boys. That's just two things I never. Cause can't be in the bed with a fat boy. I'm fat, you fat, and it's not gonna work. Too many roles. We ain't doing nothing but cooking. That's it. But I don't know. Stay tuned because it's gonna be the bulldog or old me. I'm gonna come back and tell y'all how it works, how it ended up, what happened. Because yeah, it's snuggle weather. But again, I definitely don't need nobody's young boy because we gonna wind up in a world of fucking trouble, a world of trouble. And I ain't got time to be going to jail. I ain't got time for him to be taking my head from here to down south because they want to fight, they want to push and tussle. Mm-mm. I can't do it. I can't do it. But Leslie, yeah, they have to have their own because you can't live here. Because I have my kids, and I just don't be bringing everybody in my home with my kids. I know some women they be introducing their children to different guys. That I can't do. So yeah, you can't live here, buddy. You gotta go to the shelter. You gotta go to the park bench. You gotta go somewhere else. You can't live up here. Cause I can't be bringing no men around my kids like that, especially to live. I won't just be introducing my kids to just any old body. Everybody ain't to be met, you know. I sure got a teddy bear. Oh, you got a teddy bear. Yo, I hear that. And these times and days, it's so scary to deal with someone. People mental is really bad. It is. That's another thing. That is another thing. It's too many people getting unalive by spouses and boyfriends, girlfriends. I can't deal with it. I see. I can't deal with it. Sometimes you feel like it's just best to be alone because it's not even worth it. I cannot deal with it. I definitely cannot deal with it. And people like, oh, woman is what child, the women are worse than the men. The women are worse than the men. Cause sometimes I'm an equal opportunity employer. You know what I'm saying? Like I don't be discriminating, but it be the bulldoggers that be liking me. It's always the lady boys that be wanting to talk to me. Always the lady boys. Excuse me, Mr. Sir. Ma'am, like, you're too much. You're too aggressive. You're too damn aggressive. You gotta slow the fuck down. You're too aggressive. Like, yeah. I'm gonna find somebody before it get summertime, before the weather get nice. Cause once the weather get nice, I don't need you. Cause I like to be out doing my own thing. When it start getting warm, I ain't trying to be tied down to nobody. So you better catch me while it's cold. You better catch me while it's 30 below. Cause once that temperature start going up, mm-mm, I start to change after a certain temperature. So yeah, you better catch me while it's fucking cold outside. Other than that, we're good. I'm not trying to be tied down to nobody when the weather get nice, cause I be out. 141 and he's 270. Oh, I hear you. It was this one guy. He used to try to talk to me back in the day. He was big, but he was big. And baby, he was so big. One time, it was me, my friend. My friend was talking to his friend, and she was trying to hook me up with him. We were sitting there watching TV, and it got quiet. I thought this motherfucker was asleep. I looked over, and he was breathing. It was like, I said, "Oh shit!" I said, oh, fuck, I can't fuck. He sounded like he was straight sleeping. He was sitting up, just looking at TV. Mm-mm. Fuck out of here. Mm-mm. I can't do it. And he used to always tell my friend, "Oh, when you bring your friend around, you bring your friend around, baby. I can't do it. I'm not gonna be able to do it. I can't not do it. I thought you was fucking snoring. I thought you was asleep, and you was sitting up watching TV. Sounding like you was fucking half dead. Mm-mm. Can't do it. I never brought no different men around my kids when they were little. My kids only knew one man. Being in my home, that's why I stay in relationships. Yes, but you got some women out here that bring any and everybody in their homes to meet their kids. You got some chicks out here that will just bring anybody. Hey Riri, how are you? Yeah, you got some women out here they introduce their kids to any and everybody. See, my kids got jokes like me, so I can't be bringing people. Because, baby, they got jokes just like the mama. And they'll be like, nigga, please. Like, what? Mm-mm. But you got to be very careful. There's too many crazy people out here passing themselves off as normal. They getting with you. You know, you getting into a relationship with these people, and then you find out that they're crazy. It is too much crazy shit going on. And that's the scary part. There's too many damn crazy people out here. And I can't do it. I just, child, maybe I should just stay single. Because the pickings is very slim out here. The pickings are very slim. But I did want me a bodega, but she can't be too manly. Because the two manly ones, I'm telling you, they won't take you through the floor. I didn't bring men around my kids either. I never wanted my kids to think I was out. Yeah, of course. But there's so many women that introduce their kids to anybody they meet. Anybody that they come in contact with, they start bringing them over, bringing them to the house, introducing them to their kids. There's a lot of women that do that, and child, I don't have time for it. I don't got time for it because I don't trust people. I got trust issues. You got one time I look like some kind of damn kitty freak. I don't know. So it's best to just keep them away from my kids unless I really feel like it's moving in the direction that I needed to move in, and we would have had to spend a lot of time together before you'd be able to meet my kids. A lot of things would have to happen before you can meet my kids, and that's just that on that. Cause I just don't bring everybody to my kids, cause you just can't. You just never know. People are weird. They're creeps. They be doing all types of shit, and I don't got now, cause that will be what will put me in jail. I say I can't go to jail, but fuck with my kids and fuck with my mother. That's the two things that will surely have me in the orange jumpsuit. Quicker than quick. Anything other than that, I ain't going to jail for nothing stupid. But mess with my mother, mess with my kids, the two things that'll surely send me up the river. I had to show my kids that it wasn't cool to have different men in and out of my house because they had to reflect. Of course, of course, of course, because your kids they learn by you. They learn they learn by seeing what you do. So if they feel like their mom was out there doing this, that, and the third, especially the girls, you gotta be careful. Boys are boys too, but if you got little girls, they tend to mimic everything that the mom do. You gotta be real careful when you got daughters. Hey J Gill, hey, how are you? But yeah, you gotta be really careful when you got daughters because they mimic everything that you do, and you do not want your daughters turn out like somebody else on this app that I saw LA. Child, the way she be acting, ain't no way, ain't no way. The stuff she be saying around her daughter and the way she present herself around her daughter. Mm-mm. But hey. That some people were raised like that, and some people honestly really think that they're normal. Like the stuff that they grew up on and the stuff that they grew up doing, they really think that it's nothing wrong with that. They think it's nothing wrong with that crazy stuff that they do because it's normal to them. It's normal behavior because it's a generational type of thing. Like their mom did it, their grandmothers did it to their mother. It's like a generational kind of curse, and I can't do it. Hey Nicole, how are you? Yeah, I can't do it. I can't. You gotta be real careful when you have children and you're trying to date because your children are a direct reflection of you. So what you do in front of your kids, you may not think that it's affecting them, but down the line, it's affecting them, and they are a direct reflection of anything that you do. Like I said, especially us being women, and if you have a daughter, definitely a direct reflection of everything you do. Everything you do. So you gotta really be careful when you got kids and how you move and maneuver and operate for niggas, because it's just not worth it. It's really not worth it, because your kids have to see an example. Like when we were younger, even though I wound up with dummies, like messing with dummies, but my father was a reflection of a man that I would want to be with. But because I wanted to be my own person and do what I wanted to do, I have had some knuckleheads in my life because I had to live and learn. I had to live and learn. But it wasn't anything that my father didn't show me, because I came blessed from a two family home, even though that don't always mean something. Sometimes people are raised in a two family home and they still turn out fucked up. So that don't necessarily grant you to be a perfect person or whatever, just because you came from a two parent home. But I was blessed to have two parents that, you know what I'm saying, that that were very active, especially my dad. He was very hands-on. He was very active. We couldn't do a lot of stuff that our peers were doing. I would always say, "Oh, you don't let us do nothing." Always mad because we couldn't do certain shit that the other kids could do. And my father used to say, "You watch, your friend's gonna be drugged out, bunch of kids dead somewhere. Watch how it turns out." And not saying dead somewhere, but most of my friends had kids mad early, and they look worn out. Like a lot of people my age that I grew up with, they look way older than what they are, because when we were younger, they were doing any and everything, because a lot of them didn't have fathers in the house. And again, not saying that that always means that a person is gonna grow up on the right path because you got a dad in the house. But a lot of them just had their moms, and not saying their moms didn't care, but they had a lot more leeway than I did, because my father ain't play that shit. It was just some things that you was just not able to do. Whether you got mad, that was your problem. You just couldn't do certain things, and we already knew that. So when my friends would do stuff and they would try to like suit me up, come on, baby, I got to go home. So my father, not being funny, no tea, no shade. Like you just got your mom up in the house. Not saying she don't care about you, but you got a lot of leeway. My father is not going to play that. So I already knew what I couldn't do and what I could do, and I ain't test too many waters because my father was not to be played with. Not to be played with. So I definitely ain't test too many waters. But it's like, yeah, you gotta be real careful. Really, really, really careful about the impression that you leave on your children, about just what you doing in front of them, how you speaking in front of them, especially bringing people over. That's a big no no for me. Bringing people over. Ain't no reason for you to come to my house, especially if we not in a relationship. If we just kicking it and getting to know each other and just filling each other out, ain't no goddamn reason why you should be at my house if we just kicking it. Cause I don't know you like that, and you don't know me like that. And I can't trust people around my kids. Because, like I said, that'd be the sure thing to get me the fuck to go to jail. Fucking with my kids. That's the sure way to land me in jail. So it sounds like my pops. Yeah, it's true. And people would laugh at me when we were younger. They would say, "Oh, you can't do nothing." They like my friend would be like, "Oh, can you go such and such?" I would ask and shit. And sometimes I would know not to ask. It was just sometimes I would just know not to ask because I know I ain't gonna be able to go. But sometimes I would ask, and my father wouldn't even say nothing. He would just look at me, almost like, "Bitch, you crazy?" He didn't even have to say nothing, say no, or he just used to give me a look, like, "Are you crazy?" With that look. But I appreciate everything that he taught, everything he instilled in me, because I could have been a whole different kind of person. I could have been a whole different kind of person, but I had the right guidance. Trust me. It was mad times where I would be mad. Oh, I hate them to make me sad. Cause he was more strict than my mom. My mom wouldn't let us get away with certain stuff if it wasn't for my dad. He ran a tight ship. Like she was more of a pushover. Kinda, you know what I'm saying? Mom was more of a pushover. My father, he wasn't having that. He was not having that. Not having it at all. So if it was up to my mom, we would have been able to do a lot more stuff. I would have been able to get a lot off on her if it was just her and there was no dad in the picture. I know I would have been able to get a lot of shit off on her. But my father was not having that. And you need that, whether they in your house or not. Because it don't always have to be that parents live in the same home. You could parent your kid from outside the house. Things don't have to always work out romantically with a mom and dad, but that don't mean you still can't have the foundation that's needed. You can still have that foundation as long as the father is present and as long as he's hands on and present. It doesn't have to be that he's in the house because let's keep it real. Sometimes things just don't work out. Sometimes people are not compatible romantically and you just have to move on. But as long as they're taking care of their kids and doing what they're supposed to do for the kids, it's cool. I mean, hey, some things just don't work out. Everything is not meant to be forever. Some relationships just are not meant to be. And some people are just better off being friends and co parenting if children are involved. I have brothers. I'm the only girl. My mom was strict. That's what made me glad she was. Yes, because when you're a kid, when you're growing up, you feel like, oh, I can't do nothing. Cause trust me, it was times where I always felt like we couldn't do nothing. Like me and my siblings, because my dad was not having it. But my dad was like, you got one time to go to jail and have them call me. You got one time to have somebody call me talking about you locked up. Child, never. Never. It was just certain things that we just knew was not gonna fly in our home. Like, and again, not throwing shade on nobody else because it's not their fault of what kind of a upbringing they had. That's nobody's fault. When you're a child, you don't have anything to do with grown-ups affairs. Like if your mom and dad don't get along, something going on, that don't have shit to do with your kid. So I'm not like saying nothing about the kids, but when you got a present as father, it's different. My upbringing was different from a lot of people that I hung out with. Cause again, most of them, majority of them just have their mom to answer to. And most of their moms were laid back. And they gave them a lot of leeway. They had a lot of rope that I didn't have. But at the end of the day, looking back on it, I felt like it was good that my father had kept his foot on the neck like that because who knows? Who knows what could have happened if he didn't? Who knows where I would have been if he didn't keep his foot planted down? Like, nah, you ain't doing that. Nah, we're not having that. We're not doing that. We don't do that. But when you're young, you don't see it like that. You see it like they blowing your shit. Like, oh, I can't do nothing. My friends, they could go everywhere. They teasing me. They saying I can't do nothing. Eh, all of that is to your benefit when you get older. It all pans out and it all works out to your benefit. As you get older, you start to see like, yeah, my dad was correct. Like he was right in the stuff that he used to say and do. I may not have been able to appreciate it back then, but my father's deceased. He's been deceased since 99, 98, 98. So he's been gone for a very long time. But yeah, it's things that we can appreciate now that we couldn't appreciate as a child when you couldn't do the things that you wanted to do. But you gotta keep your foot on these kids' necks because if you don't, they will. You give them an inch, they're gonna take a yard. These motherfuckers gonna go ice skating. If you give them a little inch, they're gonna think they can ice skate. That's why I don't give my kids none of that leeway to do nothing crazy. I give you a little bit of rope enough to hang yourself. So I put trust in you, but then when you do something for me not to trust you, that's it. That's it. I'll trust you until you give me a reason not to. I don't think I'm as strict as my father was, but I still run a tight ship, but I don't think I'm as strict as he was because he ain't play. Because he did not play. Anybody in my neighborhood, they knew that my father didn't play. Like, they knew that he was not to be played with. They knew. And it's like, y'all can't do shit. Y'all can't do nothing. Yeah, we can't. Sure can't. No shade. This is why a lot of my friends have different baby fathers. Yeah, and all my kids have the same father. Yeah, it's true. When you have a present father, people think that uh, of course a woman could raise a son. Of course a woman could take care of a son. But because you're not a man, there are things that you can't teach a boy. I don't care what you think you are. I don't care. Oh, I'm the mother and the father. You're not. You're a woman. You can't teach a boy how to be a man. There are some things that is going to be missing because, again, you're not a man. So there are some things that naturally you don't possess because you're not a man. So you're not going to be able to teach your son how to effectively be a man 100%. Of course, you could raise him. You could, to the best of your ability, you could put knowledge. You can raise him to be a respectable man, a gentleman. You can give him all that. But there's always going to be something missing because you're not a man. So you don't have the natural feeling that a man have. You don't have a lot of shit that men have. You know what I'm saying? So it was a lot of things that my father taught my brother that my mother would never have been able to teach him. Never, because she's not a man. Not saying she couldn't have raised my brother, you know what I'm saying, to be an upstanding citizen, to be a gentleman, to be a person of honor. Of course, she could have done all that. But that's why it takes a man and a woman to make a baby, because it takes a man and a woman to raise her. Of course, it can be done. It could be done by a woman, a single woman. Not saying they can't, but it's always something that's going to be missing there. Trust me, when you grow up with a father, it's totally different for those who don't. And again, I'm not throwing no shade at nobody that didn't have a father present in the house because it wasn't their fault. It's nothing to do with the child. It's not their fault. If something didn't work out with the father and he just disappeared, trust me, not throwing shade at nobody. But believe me when I tell you, it's a different upbringing when you got a present father in the house, especially a hands-on present father. Because some niggas be in the house and ain't in the house. So some people got fathers in the house and they still ain't in the house. But if you got a dad that's in the house, that's present, that's aware of everything, that's doing his manly duties and taking care of home like a man's supposed to be, it's a whole totally different situation being raised by a single mom. And again, no shade to nobody, but it's just a whole different situation. A totally different situation. But yeah, gotta stay diligent out here in these streets. You definitely do. Because it's just a lot of weird people, a lot of weird things going on. It's a lot of sick people walking around. I watch a lot of crime shows and like First 48, that American Monster, a lot of like Evil Lives Here. I watch all that stuff. I watch that stuff more than anything else. Like when I do watch TV, that's the stuff I like to watch, the crime shows. I watch a little bit here and there, like Power and all that. But for the most part, I'm a crime show person. That American Gangster and all of that stuff. American Monster. I'm saying American Gangster. American Monster. I'm a crime junkie. I could watch that all day, all weekend. If I don't have nothing to do, I could sit in the house all weekend and watch crime shows, First 48 and all of that. So I see how many weirdos that's walking this earth. You don't really realize that it's crazy people until you start watching shit like that. Until you start getting engulfed in those shows, you don't realize that it's really people walking this earth that are crazy. And then the sick part about it is some of them don't look crazy. Some of them don't act crazy at first. Sometimes the crazy shit don't come out until it's too late. Sometimes you think you got somebody that's cool, and then all of a sudden they snap. Not only that, the time has definitely changed. You can't trust the soul now. That's true. That's true, yo. You have to really be careful out here. My stepdad was my dad, not my biological father, because he helped raise me. Yep. And my brothers, yeah. Leslie, all five of mine have the same father. Married my high school sweetheart, 5 kids. Yeah. Yeah. Of course, again, no shade to nobody that, you know what I'm saying, that didn't have a dad, but I'm telling you, you move different. You move different. Me, Personally, I was always the wild card. You know what I'm saying? Even though my father was strict, I was always like, when I get going, I'm gonna do this, or he ain't gonna be able to tell me nothing when I turn a certain age. I can't wait. I can't wait. So I was always somebody that wanted to test the waters because my friends used to test the waters. So I had to learn the hard way, not because he didn't teach me, but because I had to get my toes wet out there. I had to go out there and test the fucking waters because my friends was telling me stuff. Oh. And as soon as I turned 18, I had to go out there and test the water. So I wound up being with jerks. Not because I didn't know no better, but because I wanted to be grown and be out there feeling like I missed something when my friends used to be able to do stuff that I couldn't do. As soon as I got my opportunity, I'm like, oh, I'm about to do this, that. Because I felt like I was behind because my friends was always able to do shit that I couldn't do when we was teenagers, 16, 17. They would be able to do a lot of things that I couldn't do. So once I turned of a legal age, pop goes the weasel. I was like, oh, okay, I'm doing this, I'm doing that, I'm doing this, I'm doing that, I'm doing this, because I felt like I was so behind the times because I couldn't do shit when my friends was able to do stuff. I couldn't do nothing. So I had to learn on my own the hard way. Not because I wasn't taught any better, because I wanted to be Billy Badass and get out there and do stuff I no, I ain't have no business doing. And that's awesome. Yeah, you don't find that nowadays. Yes, that is awesome. That is awesome. Have to be very careful. Choose wisely, because these people out here telling you, you get the dealing with the wrong person can mess your life upside up. Dealing with the wrong person could really screw you over. A person could really not be for you, and they could do a lot of things to child. Being with the wrong person is crazy. Trust me, I had to learn the hard way. And again, like I said, not because I wasn't taught no better, but I just had to go out there and experience life for myself. I guess that saying, experience is the best teacher, is totally true because I had to go out there and experience stuff I knew better, things that I totally knew better not to do. Once I got of age and I was able to spread my wings a little bit, yeah, I was out there doing whatever. Because I just felt like I had missed so much, so much shit I couldn't do. But ain't nothing out here. The streets, well, of course, we're all older now. None of us are little young girls. You know what I'm saying? We're all older. Some of us are grandparents. I'm not, but some of us are grandparents or whatever. And it's like, yeah, if I would have known some of the things that, well, I knew. I can't even say I didn't know. Again, I just wanted to do what I wanted to do. But luckily, every situation I was in, I was able to get myself out of. Some people, unfortunately, get themselves jammed up in a situation with somebody and they end up unalived or they end up in jail or really, really messed up over dealing with somebody that they know they had no business dealing with. And I'm just glad that I never had a situation like that, where it really messed my life up completely. And some people that picked the wrong mate and they had to pay the ultimate price for picking the wrong mate. And I'm just glad that that wasn't my story. I had to learn a lot, you know what I'm saying? I had to go through a lot of heartbreak because, again, I wanted to be tough and I wanted to be out there thinking I was grown, things I should have known better. But hey, you live and you learn. At least you know that you tried something and it didn't work, and that's it. We're older now. We're more stable. We're more, you know what I'm saying? We know better now. As mature women, we know better. I think my mom didn't play that. I couldn't come in the house like my friends. See, that's what it was. They hang out like they were grown. Yeah, yeah, I did. I had a curfew. My friends used to try to cut school. When you get in high school, they want to cut classes. Baby, I gotta go home to my father. That's the thing that they didn't realize. Like I said, no shade to their moms. Your mom is lenient as hell. She was very laid back. Most of my friends' moms, they were very laid back. They were nice women, and a couple of them, they was more like friends. And that's what happens when you get down on the level of a friend to your child. When you become a friend to your child, it's okay with being able to talk to your child, wanting to be open and honest, wanting to be a safe space for your child. But there's a fine line between being a safe space and being a friend. Some of these parents nowadays, they walk in a real fine line of being a safe place or being a friend. You can be a friend. You could be a friend, but you can't act like your kids. You know what I'm saying? You can't get down on their level. You can't get down on their level. You can be a safe place and all of that for them, and but you can't get down on their level. And a couple of my friends, they have moms that would be more like a friend than a mother. They ended up with a bunch of kids, just getting in trouble because they really didn't have boundaries in their home. They lacked a lot of boundaries and discipline. And that's something that I could never relate to because again, that wasn't my story because my father ain't play that shit. It's like point blank. People might have think, oh, he was mean or he was this and he was that, but he wasn't mean. He just didn't play. He was old school. You know, like them old school fathers. And he was old school, and he just didn't play. He wasn't abusive. He wasn't none of that shit. He didn't have to hit nobody because we knew better. He didn't have to put his hands on nobody because we knew not to try him. So it wasn't we was never abused or anything like that, but we just knew better. Me and my siblings, we just knew better. Yeah, honestly, don't feel like I missed out with anything. I never really got into clubbing and hanging out. My mother didn't babysit until they were out of diapers. Yeah, when I hit 18, I felt like I missed a lot of stuff. Really, I felt like a lot of stuff my friends was doing before me. I really felt like I missed a lot of stuff. So yeah, as soon as I hit 18, I was trying to be out there doing, you know what I'm saying, not doing crazy stuff, but just living. Because I felt like that my whole life, especially when I got like 16, 17, I couldn't do anything. And I just felt like I was missing something, which I really wasn't. But it took me to be naive to go out there and thinking I was missing something, and it really wasn't. But I had to test the waters and see what it was like. But I also feel like I experienced those things for a reason. So I experienced them, not so good times, hemmed up with the wrong person at a time or two. But that shaped me and molded me to let me know what kind of a man that I need to be dealing with. So that's what I did. At the end of the day, it just let me know what kind of person that I shouldn't be dealing with. I remember going out as a teenager, have to be in the house at 12. I was 1 minute late, went into a phone booth, so call, hung up, and said, "You punish people." Said, "Why you didn't stay?" I was too damn scared. Yeah, 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 Leslie. It was just different times. But again, that's not someone's fault because they didn't have their dad in the house or whatever. That's not their fault. But like I said, I just know not to do certain things when I was a child. We just knew better. But I try to raise my kids with the same, not as much, not as tight as my father was, because he. I'm not saying he didn't let us do nothing, but he was strict. And my kids, I try not to be as strict as he was, but I also try to set boundaries and I try to, you know what I'm saying, I keep that line. I don't let nobody cross that line between being a parent and a friend. We're not doing that because I'm not here to be your best friend, the bestie, and all that stuff. I'm here to be your mother. Of course, I'm a safe place, like I said, but all that other stuff, mm-mm. All that other stuff. Mm-mm. Hey, Lisa Clark. Damon said, "Ain't nothing like going to the phone booth." Yeah, I remember me and my friend. We used to be able to give out the number on the phone booth, and we used to have guys calling us like call me. We'd be standing out there, child. We had a chair, sitting there, just talking to guys, calling the phone booth. Crazy times, crazy times. But like I said, I ain't never been in no real trouble, and that's all because of my parents, especially like I said, my father. Because if my father wasn't around, I believe my mom, I would have been able to I'd have been able to get over on her easy. Easy, because she's very more passive than my father was. And I believe that if he wasn't around, it would have been easy for me to live a different life. It would have been real easy for me to live a different life. But everything that happened to me shaped me to the person I am. So I'm always grateful for my father because hey, could have been crazy. Could have been crazy. And I know at times he didn't want us to do stuff. And we used to be mad as shit. But at the end of the day, when I look back on it, on some of my friends that had so much leadway that I didn't have, they ended up going through a lot of shit that I didn't have to go through. And then they end up getting, some of them ends up getting into legal trouble along the way, just getting wrapped up with the wrong people because they didn't have that guidance. They didn't have no boundaries in their home. Like they were just able to do a lot of shit that they shouldn't have been doing at 15 and 16. Let's be for real. It was some shit that they were doing that they had no business doing at that age. But because their moms, single parents, they were working, what I'm saying? They can't always be watching every second, and they would take advantage of the fact that they couldn't be watched like that because the mom, single mom, she had to work, she couldn't be everywhere, and they would take advantage. Yeah, they would. I take some things from my mom with my kids, not everything, but they know not to play with me. They know better. Be home on time. They had a curfew as well. Yes. Yeah. Yes, I believe Trina crying right about it. Oh, y'all watching the game. Oh, yeah, y'all some football people. Definitely not a football person. I love basketball, but I know a lot of y'all like football. I don't too much be knowing what's going on, but I know some of the teams or some of the things that I hear people talk about. My brother, he's a diehard Cowboys fan. He been Cowboys fan since we were kids. I can remember what's that guy, Michael Irvin and Emmett Smith. Like some names I just remember because he was a fanatic. He was a diehard. He still is. He always been a Cowboys fan as far as I can remember, and he still is to this day. Still is to this day. He in his 40s, and he been a Cowboys fan since he probably was 11, 10. I don't know. He was a little boy with all those posters all over the wall. He was had to be about 10, 11. But yeah, he's still a Cowboys fan. And yeah, I keep seeing people talking about the game. I don't know what the hell be going on. I've tried to watch football several times, and it's like I can't figure out what's going on. I'd be so lost. Like the lingo and all of that, it's not for me. I'll stick to basketball because football is definitely not for me at all. At all. At all. But anywho, guys, I'm about to get off of here so I can get my shower and get ready for bed in a little bit. But it was cool catching up with you guys, speaking to you, good conversation. I say try, but I'm gonna try to come back maybe, maybe tomorrow, because my kids don't have school, so I don't have to worry about when I get off, like help them with homework, because they don't have any homework. They're off tomorrow, so maybe I can come back again, because it was something else that I wanted to talk about, but I don't want to get into it now, because yeah, it's time for me to get ready to get my shower and get in the bed. Yes, Lisa. Yes, I love basketball. I can watch basketball all day. Yeah, I'm definitely not a football person. My mom, she used to like that baseball back in the day. When we were younger, she liked the Mets. I remember that baseball. That's something I never got into either. Now we don't believe that, but we will say, yeah, I am. I'm gonna come back tomorrow because I get off at 5. I'm working from home tomorrow, so good thing I don't gotta travel out there in that mess. So I should be able to come on once I don't know. I'm gonna just have to schedule because I don't know offhand what time it will be. But yeah, I'm gonna come back tomorrow. So everybody have a good night. Thank you for coming through. Appreciate you guys. I hope you guys all have a good night. Anybody that's in that cold temperature like me here, be safe, bundle up, stay out the snow because it's still snowing here. I thought it was going to let up, but it's still snowing. And we're getting more snow than they said at first. They were predicting like a little bit of snow, and it seemed like the meteorologist was off. Hey, Plexi. Yes, I'll be back tomorrow. I'm gonna come back on tomorrow. It'll be earlier though, cause I came on kind of late today. I think I'm gonna come on like 5:30, like 5:30, 6 o'clock tomorrow. Yes, Lisa, I am. I'm gonna try. But you guys have a good night, and I will talk to you guys tomorrow. Good night.